Today we are going to talk about all the confusing questions. Where should this cream go, right? Is it in the hand baggage or the check-in baggage? Where does this knife go? Hand baggage or check-in baggage? Or does it go ever at all? Where should this water bottle go? Traveling is already very stressful and you already have so many things to do, packing this and that. And on the top of that, whenever you're traveling on an aircraft, it gets even more difficult. Where should I keep the batteries? Where should the laptop go? Where should the shoes go? Where should the clothes go? And it's so much confusion. Today I have made a video which is dedicated to answering all your questions because I used to work with Qatar Airways as a ground service agent. So this was precisely my job, to check with people at the check-in counter if they have any of those liquids, aerosol spray or gels in their hand baggage, because that is not allowed. Or if they have any batteries, matchsticks or any flammable items or any kind of scooters or hoverboards in the check-in baggage, because that is not allowed. So it is a little bit confusing, right? Like, what's allowed here, what's not allowed here? Yeah. So today I'm going to answer those questions. Make sure you stay till the end because we are going to talk about the logic behind which things are allowed and which things are not allowed and why they are not allowed, so that it is easier for you to understand. And someday in the future, if it comes, I think because of the logic, I know how it works. So before I start this video, let's understand what is the difference between safety and security, because these airlines, they always keep telling us, oh, it's for the safety and security of you and the whole aircraft. What's the difference? Okay, so the difference is, a security breach is something when people do it on purpose. For example, I carry this knife with me in the hand baggage. This is not harmful on its own, but once I have it with me, and I as a person, if I'm a bad person and I want to hijack this aircraft or I want to threaten another person, then this is something which would be a security issue. On the other hand, this poor innocent looking box of matchstick, even if it is on its own, right, just lying there, no one is looking at it, it is just lying there. But once it is up in the air and the pressure and temperature changes, maybe it will spark and then there is a fire created. If there is a fire, it would catch on to other things in your bag, and then your clothes, your shoes, maybe there's food, and then your bag will be on fire. And then that fire will be caught by other bags which are surrounded, and this will make sure that there is an explosion on the aircraft. And that's why this matchstick, it's a safety issue. It's not a security issue, but it is a safety issue. So we have to understand that the things which come with the intentions of the people carrying it, right? If it's harmful because the person who's carrying it is going to make an issue, then it is a security issue. But if the thing itself might catch fire or somehow make other people's life in risk, somehow bring other people's life in risk, then that is a safety issue. So that's why the things which you are not allowed to carry on board with you in the hand baggage, so those things are a security issue, because if I have it, I might try to threaten someone with that. But those things which are not allowed in the check-in baggage are those things which contain some kind of safety issue, okay? Because they might burst open or some issue might happen, right? This basic understanding of difference between safety and security, let's start the video and start with the things which are about check-in baggage and hand baggage, and what things you can take, what things you cannot take, and what's the reason behind it. And then I would also cover some special items like battery-operated wheelchairs and animals, emotional support animals, or medications, baby food, these kind of things. Yes, so make sure that you watch till the end. I'm trying to scare anyone here, but I'm just telling you about the possibilities, and that's why there are certain rules to avoid these possibilities. Like, it could be a 1 in a million chance, but these things can happen, and that's why we have to be careful, and that's why these rules are here. Okay, so let's start with the basic question of why certain things are allowed and why certain things are not allowed. Especially, why are airlines or airports so skeptical about water? This is just water, right? This is just perfume. Why are they so whiny about these things? Why can't it just go in my check-in baggage? The problem comes with this, if you have ever heard of the shoe bomber or the underwear bomber, if you have ever heard of these people. So they actually got liquids with them. They got lots of small liquid, and with these liquid on board, you can actually create a bomb of your own. You can do that. A lot of people outside are not so good, right? They don't have good intentions. So that's why we have to restrict everyone's access to these things, to liquids or certain kind of other items which could ever be used to make certain kind of bomb once you are on board. That's why certain things are not allowed in the hand baggage, like water bottle, cream. So any kind of liquids, aerosols, spray, gels, sharp items, this baby over here, knife, or this kind of scissor, anything which could be used as a weapon on board to threaten other people's life, or maybe to hijack the plane, or try to do something which is not so legal. These items, all these aerosols, spray, liquids, gels, right, these kind of things, they're good to go in the check-in baggage. Because if this knife is in my check-in bag, which is in the cargo hold of the aircraft, I don't think I have access to this knife that I can go to the cargo, take this knife out and put it on the pilot's head and be like, take me to this country or I'll kill you or I'll kill everyone, right? I can't do that. That's why these things, they're good to go in the check-in baggage. But these things are not good to go in the hand baggage. So always remember, like, the key point to take here is anything sharp, anything liquid, any gels. This includes gel. So if you think, oh, my coconut oil, it's full. Let me open. Yeah, my coconut oil here. Okay, this coconut oil is frozen right now. So do you think it's solid or it's kind of a gel? No. Or even there are certain kinds of gels like Vaseline. You would think that it's not liquid, so it should be allowed. Or there are certain sprays, right? You would think that they should be allowed, but they are not, because they can also be used, as I said, to make a bomb on board. These things, they can easily go in the check-in baggage, but not in the hand baggage. You need to carry your lip balm, you need to carry, different cosmetics, makeup items, or maybe your medicines or these kind of things. So that's why they have changed, they've brought a new rule, like a little bit of amendment. So you can carry a Ziploc bag and you can carry up to 10 items, but they all should be less than 100 ml. So how do I check? Let's see, this perfume I have, it's mentioned here 60 ml. Okay, if it's 60 ml, which means it is less than 100 ml. So now this perfume is good to go. I will put it in this Ziploc bag, a transparent sealed Ziploc bag. So then this will easily go through the scanning process and they will see that, okay, this is a perfume. Or you can put small lipsticks or lip balms or Vaseline. If you have anything which is in a small, less than 100 ml container, you can take it and travel with it. Hand baggage in this Ziploc, or maybe more than one Ziploc bag, but I can carry maximum of 10 items, right? And each of the containers should be less than 100 ml, right? Less than 100 ml I can carry to those 10 items. So total you can carry about 1000 ml, which is 1 liter, but it has to be in separate 100 ml containers. Okay, now let's talk about this cream, this box of cream, right? So I should be able to take it. This is almost empty. You can see with the even if I pour it out, I don't think I'll get much out of it. But if you see here behind, this is 250 ml. It is 250 ml. But the cream inside, I don't think it's even 10 ml of cream. I don't have much cream in this box. So would I be allowed to take it in the hand baggage or check-in baggage or nowhere? Because it is 250 ml, the container is 250 ml. So it doesn't matter how much cream is inside it. But if the container is 250 ml, I'm not allowed to take it in the hand baggage. So if I try to sneak and then put it in my hand baggage, once I go to the airport security, they're going to ask me to throw this out because it is 250 ml. So I won't be allowed to take it on board. So far we have seen what are the things which you can take in your hand baggage and the things which you cannot take in your hand baggage. Then let's come to the check-in baggage. So in the check-in baggage, you cannot take any kind of batteries like lithium-ion batteries because they might explode. Okay, so when I talk about the batteries, let's just imagine a situation when you're on board and you have your power bank, you have your mobile, you have your laptop, Kindle, all those electronic items you have. Then you put it overhead, right? It's in the cabinet overhead compartment and you're nicely sitting and reading your book, sleeping, and boom, suddenly it explodes. One of the battery explodes. It happens because there is change of pressure and temperature when you're above in the clouds, and that's why it is possible that it explodes, right? Your battery explodes and then there's a fire. Now tell me which situation is better, that you are there next to the fire and then you and the crew, you can go and quickly put out the fire. You can do that because you are together and you can see the fire and you have access to the fire. Instead, imagine that you put all those batteries, everything in the cabin hold, in the check-in baggage, and everyone is sitting peacefully, nicely in the aircraft, and there's an explosion down in the cargo hold where no one knows what's going to happen and no one has an access to go there, right? So suddenly there's a fire, this small little fire will spread and everything will burn and the whole aircraft will burn. And no one wants that. At least 90% of us would say that the fire which is in front of us, the small fire, we would be able to put it out. So that's better if we have it with us in the cabin hold. So that's why you can take batteries like lithium-ion batteries or any phone chargers which you have extra power bank, or matchsticks or lighters or these kind of things. You can take these with you on hand, on your body, right, or in your hand baggage. You can take these with you in the hand baggage and not in the check-in baggage, because they are harmful or a threat to your safety and security when they are in the check-in baggage, but they are good to go in the hand baggage. Also regarding the matchsticks and lighters, so this is mostly for people who smoke, unless someone's a collector or something, but most of the people, they smoke, and that's why they would carry something like this in their hand. So there are certain rules in the airports that you can maximum carry one matchstick or one lighter on your body. So not in the hand baggage, but it should be on your body, maybe in your pocket or somewhere else. So let's talk about some more products which are not allowed in the check-in baggage. Once they asked me to remove a coconut. Yeah, a coconut. I don't have a coconut with me right now, but because a coconut, they are not able to scan the coconut when it goes through the machine. So maybe someone has put something inside that coconut and they are not sure about it. That's why if you have a closed coconut, right, I'll try to add images here. Yeah, but if that's the coconut, then you cannot take it with you either in check-in baggage nor in hand baggage, because they are unable to scan it. So what's the solution? There's always a solution. What you can do is you can crack the coconut open, and once it's in two halves, you're good to go. You can take it. Pickles, jams, ghee, oil, these kind of things, butter, like these kind of things, usually Indians love to take them to whichever country they're going to, like US, Europe. Even I'm one of those, because we cannot live without our ghee and pickles. It's just a need, yeah. But these things, you can count these things as it has liquid, it has oil. So these things cannot go in the hand baggage, but they will go in the check-in baggage. They're good to go in the check-in baggage. For a charger, okay, this is a charger. It's not a battery. It does not have any power on its own. If it's lying here just like this, no power, nothing. Okay, it doesn't have anything. So is it safe? Where should it go? Handbag or check-in bag? Okay, this can go anywhere because it's neither a safety problem nor a security problem. This can go either in the handbag or check-in baggage. Both are fine. Let's talk about your laptops, mobile phones, Kindles, iPads, all those electronic items. If I have to be honest, they are possible to take anywhere in the hand baggage or check-in baggage. Both are fine. But I am pretty sure you must all have seen those videos where they're throwing your bags and the bags go here and there. And I wouldn't blame the airline, to be honest, because there are thousands and thousands of bags which they deal with every day. So they won't be coddling your bag. It's not possible. So that's why I would advise you to take your laptops and all these electronic items with you on board in your hand baggage, because it's safer there. You take care of it. You would take the required care which you're supposed to, which I don't suppose the airline people would take it. So that's a suggestion from my side. But I have taken laptop and other electronic items in my check-in baggage in the past and nothing happened to it. But do you want to take that risk? I mean, it's up to you. So let's sum it up till now. Before I talk about special category of these items which you can or cannot take. Okay. So the first one is oils, creams, perfumes, ghee, spray, Vaseline, all these kind of things. If they are less than 100 ml, not just the quantity, but the container, the whole container. If the container is less than 100 ml, it is good to go in the hand baggage. But if the container is more than 100 ml, then you have to put it in the check-in baggage. Not hand baggage, check-in bag. Let's take things like knife and nail cutter. So because these are harmful, or because these things could be a security threat once you are on board. So they are not allowed to be taken in the hand baggage, but they are good to go in the check-in baggage. Let's talk about charger. I've already talked about charger. Charger is good to go anywhere. So handbag, check-in bag, both are fine. But if it's a power bank, it has to be in your hand baggage. Let's talk about medicines. So medicines are good to go in the hand baggage because you might need it on board. Unless you have this big bottle of medicine, that's maybe an issue. If it's more than 100 ml, then it's better you keep it in the check-in bag. And if you feel that you would need this medicine once you're on board, maybe you just take a little bit of quantity with you, carry it in your hand baggage. But apart from that, if it's less than 100 ml, you can easily carry it with you on board in your hand baggage. I have to talk about power bank, laptop, mobile, fragile electronic items like camera, Kindle, right, souvenirs, these magnets, fridge magnets, or those cute tiles with your pictures, or anything which is a souvenir. then those items you can easily carry on in your hand baggage. That is fine because they're fragile and you don't want to, you don't want to mess with it. Lighters, matchbox, as I have discussed before, on your body or in your hand baggage, and maximum 1 piece per person. About food. So let's say you want to carry your own food. Let's say you're traveling on a low-cost airline and they do not provide food on board, and you want to carry your own food. Some people, they're so scared because they just think like, oh, I don't know if I can carry a sandwich with me because it does contain mustard and mayo, and am I allowed to take it? So normal food stuff, you can take it. That won't be an issue. Especially for Indians, I used to carry all kinds of namkeens and sweets and all kinds of food in my hand baggage. There was never an issue. They would just look at me and ask like, where are you going to? Because your whole bag is food. There's nothing else. But if you want it, that's okay. You can do that. Let's talk about some items which you can carry in your hand baggage, and it is also a safe thing to do. So with these items, no one would stop you from moving. So let's say your clothes, your shoes, laptop, battery, all the electronic items, your documents, papers, books. These are some safe things which you can carry in your handbag. And also because we don't have a lot of space in the hand baggage anyway. So with these things, your hand baggage can be full, and then if you have to carry some other items, then they would go in your check-in baggage. Let's also talk about machines. So any kind of compressor, because I have seen people carrying refrigerator in their check-in baggage, like a huge refrigerator. Not a huge, but like a mini refrigerator which fit in the box, and people sometimes do come with boxes to check in. Then when we asked what is inside the bag, he said it's a refrigerator. Now a refrigerator has a compressor, and the compressor might burst open once it's up above in the air, so that is not allowed to carry. So he had to remove it. But if you have, let's say, an air fryer or those other kinds of sandwich maker or some other kind of electronic equipment, that is fine, you're good to go. So some special cases which we have are like guns, arms and ammunition. So where do you think guns and arms and ammunition go, or whether they go at all, right? And even sometimes a sports equipment like a hockey stick. A hockey stick would not fit in your normal check-in baggage. It doesn't fit in those dimensions, but also you cannot take any sports equipment with you on board in your hand baggage, because you can very well beat anyone with a hockey stick. So it's very easily possible, or a cricket bat, or even a tennis racket. So that's why these equipments, they are not allowed in the hand baggage, but you can take it in the check-in baggage. About arms and ammunition, like if I have guns and the big ones, I don't know, like they used in the movie Animal, right? Those kind of stuff. Can I take it? Yes, and the answer is yes, you can take it, but you would have to take prior permission. So we used to have people who would come for tournaments, so like shooting tournament, or they would have the bow and arrow competition. So for those kind of things, people would come with those kind of sporting equipments or guns if they're going for hunting, and this is allowed. It's just that you have to inform the airline in advance, and you have to get certain papers like the license, and you're the owner, and these kind of things. You have to be prepared with those, and you can actually travel with a gun, but it will be in the check-in bag. Definitely it won't be in the hand baggage, because it's a security threat. In some special cases, the wheelchair comes, right? Maybe someone is disabled in your family, or someone has to travel on a wheelchair. So we have two types of wheelchairs. One is a mechanical one where you push the wheelchair and the person has to operate it. But there are also battery operated wheelchairs which are available nowadays in the market, and they do have a very huge battery. So usually there are battery restrictions that only this much to this much can go on hand baggage, and from this length, from this what to this what can go in the check-in baggage. But for wheelchairs, because it is something which is crucial for the other person to survive, to live, that's why for wheelchairs we don't have any such kind of restriction, and you can take it with you. It will go in the cargo hold, like in the check-in baggage. You won't be taking it with you on board unless it's a very special scenario, and then you would have to take permission in advance. But in a normal case, you are allowed to take a battery operated wheelchair, but it will go in the check-in baggage. And then usually the airlines, they have their own cabin wheelchairs which you would be using on board. Move to the washroom from your seat, or from the aircraft door to inside where your seat is. It is possible to do that. Let's talk about some more weird scenarios which I have seen when I was working in the airport. So the number one is, you cannot carry fake toy guns as well, like toy guns or fake guns. No, it cannot be in your check-in baggage or hand baggage. They would just throw it out. So I've seen people whose bags were stopped, then they were called to the security room, and then the security would open the bags, and then all these Even if it's a fake toy gun, it's not allowed to take it on board. Not in check-in, unless you have permission, as I talked about. Unless you have the permission, then it's well and good. But if you don't have permission, then they're just going to remove it from your bag. Same thing goes with bullet shells. I had once a customer who was called to the security room. He wasn't carrying any arms and ammunition, but he said he had a bullet shell, and it is also not allowed to carry, so they removed it from his baggage. Animals. Can you take animals on board? But for now, I would say that animals are allowed on board. You would have to take prior permission. And emotional support animals are something which can go on board with you in the cabin for free. But if you don't have an emotional support animal, then it will go in the cargo hold. You'd have to bring the kettle. The animals would be in a cage kind of thing, which is specially designed for aircraft. And then they would be down in the cargo hold, and you would have to pay extra money to take those animals with you. Almost all kinds of animals, like normal animals like cats, dogs, rabbits, or birds, they are easy to take and you can travel with those. There are certain airlines which do not allow certain kinds of, let's say, cats and snakes, or maybe crocodile, but I don't think a lot of us would have to worry about that. Yes. So I hope this was clear so far and you enjoyed this video so far. If you still have any questions, you can ask me in the comment section. I'd be more than happy to answer those questions for you. And yes, please subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed it so far. And I hope to see you guys in the next one.